Yo, yeah. What is up? What is up? I hope everyone's doing good. I mean, I don't know why I'm celebrating like that. But the Sidney Brown era is over with. It's over. I literally just saw the trade I don't know when it happened, maybe 20 minutes ago. I literally was dropping my girl off somewhere, and then I looked at my phone for a quick second, and I seen a bunch of notifications that Sidney Brown has been traded to the Atlanta Falcons for 4th and 6th round pick swaps. Okay, now we're already very lean at that position as of right now for this team. Okay, so a good move. A 3rd round pick from a few years ago has been nothing but a thorn in our side so far. So what we've seen, okay, so the Eagles trade Sidney Brown. Sorry, I'm just going to be all over the place. The Eagles have traded Sidney Brown to the Atlanta Falcons. So what did they do with this trade? Okay, it looks like the Eagles swapped 4th round picks with the Falcons. They were previously had the 122nd pick in the 4th round, and now they got the 114th pick. Okay, so they moved up 9 spots in the 4th round. And then the Eagles swapped the 6th round pick with our 6th round pick with the Atlanta Falcons. Previously, we had the 215th pick, and now we have the 197th pick. So this obviously was just to move up a little bit more in the draft in the 4th round and in the 6th round, which is perfectly fine. So what does this mean for the Eagles moving forward? Well, it looks like the Eagles weren't even done with that. It looks like the Eagles have agreed to terms with safeties Marcus Epps and JT Gray, both of whom get 1-year deals after trading Sidney Brown to the Falcons. Epps spent 19 to 22 in Philly, while Gray has been an All-Pro 3 times. So who is this JT Gray kid? That's what I need to know right now. See, we just talked about it this morning, bro. We just talked about it this morning. They are bandaging the fucking position. They don't want to spend money at the position. Hence why they didn't sign a free agent to Reed Blankenship for $8.5 million. They didn't sign Brisker to $5.5 million. Okay, so for what it sounds like, yeah. They end up getting 2 guys, 2 safeties, I guess, or I don't know if this JT Gray is obviously a safety, but I'm guessing that maybe he just plays special teams. I don't know, because I've never really heard of him ever, because you just had a pick swap in this trade. So, yep, I knew it. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to drafting a safety in this fucking draft. And you know what that means? It means if A.J. Brown gets traded, the Eagles are literally putting wide receiver at the top of their fucking draft board. Yes, you heard it here. That's what they're doing. Or not. Maybe this is just, they just don't want to spend money, or they don't want to spend a high pick on a safety. So I don't know if Epps is supposed to be the starter or whatever's going on. I know what did Rusidi say? So the Eagles signing So Caden Steele says, with Sidney Brown gone, a name to watch at safety this year, Michael Carter II. He could play a big role on the Eagles defense, okay? Because he did play cornerback and he played safety with the Jets. So it makes sense. So I don't know. I don't know where this is coming to, guys. So that is really the news. So, I mean, you moved up 9 spots in the 4th round. You moved up 10 spots or whatever it is in the 6th round. So you have a better 4th round pick, which is great. So who knows? This trade might help us get somebody in the mid rounds. You never really know, but Marcus Epps is back. So now, I mean, maybe this doesn't mean that Marcus Epps is going to start. I mean, does this tell you that he's going to start this year? I don't know. I mean, he was pretty solid last year. The problem is his health is a major concern. Okay, it's a major concern. And obviously, you're going to have Cooper DeJean playing at that safety spot as well in base. So that's it right there. So this Sidney Brown era is over with. It's over. So I'm going to go back to the chat. say hi to everybody. We got 99 people in the chat, guys. What's going on? So how do we feel? How do we feel? DRZ says, our prayers have been answered. Sidney Brown is gone. Feel like we're making a big splash soon. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're working those draft picks, though. They're working those draft picks. What's going on, Exclude Trash? Says, hell yeah, Joey. What's going on, Reggie? DRZ said this draft is going to be deep for the Birds. That Atlanta pick is going to be nice. Yeah, well, they just swapped. They just pick swapped. They just pick swapped, but they did get a way better pick in the 4th round, which is great. So, yeah, we got Epps back. Bias says Ringo needs to be next. Yeah, I don't know if he has any trade value. I mean, the Falcons must have needed a safety. I don't know what's going on over there. We just picked up the special teams kid. I could see Ringo going next. Yeah, so JT Gray is just a special teamer. I figured. Devastating loss. Devastating loss. Definitely not. I know it's a joke, but I honestly don't even care. I mean, yeah, we just got thinner at safety. Then we added pretty much 2 more safeties or 2 more special teamers, depending on how you look at it. So Makuba is obviously a starter for next year, but does this put them in a spot where they're not making safety the primary position in the draft to go get? That's kind of where I'm at right now. So Craig Cleveland says, yeah, I was wondering why they didn't have him picked up Epps yet. I think they were waiting to pick him up, honestly. I mean, his health is a major concern. I mean, he had a torn ACL with the Raiders. He came here and he got hurt again. He was out for a while. He came back into that Chargers game, and I thought he actually played really good at the end of the season. So it really wasn't that bad at all. DRC, we just eliminated 90% of our unnecessary roughness penalties in 26. So from a penalty standpoint, yeah, it probably worked out for the better. Philly Bags said at least Brown can't break Makuba's ankle again. Yeah, we don't want that to happen. Blame the offense. Thank you very much for keeping our defense on the field after blowing a 21-0 point lead. SD Bird says Epps, he's the best depth. I hope this doesn't take safety off the table. As a depth piece, I think he's fantastic. Fantastic. Okay? I just really hope that this doesn't take safety off the board. Because even behind Epps and Makuba, there's really nobody. You don't have anybody. You didn't have anybody before, and you don't have anybody now that you can really count on. You know what I mean? Chris says Epps has to start. I don't know. I don't know. For me, look, the signs are weird, man. The signs are really weird. They could have signed a veteran and Epps as depth, but they didn't do that. They just signed Epps. So it's already telling me they're moving on to, I mean, this. If this is in connection with A.J. Brown leaving, and we're going to get into that too, because we actually found some more news, because the Speakeasy podcast, man, they are killing him right now. But we'll talk about that in a second. It says wide receiver, O-line, or tight end in the first round. So if AJ is gone and they're putting a bandage at this safety spot because they feel like they're good at corner, they're good at linebacker, and that defensive line, if they trade for an edge rusher, we're kind of waiting for Jonathan Grenard. What the fuck is going on with that? I don't even know. I don't know what's going on with Jonathan Grenard at all. Hopefully get an answer on that soon. What's going on, James? He's at work right now. Well, you're not missing much of anything, but a big, this is big. Howie got some better draft capital. He moved up in the 4th round. He moved up in the 6th round. If you guys didn't know, if you guys are late coming to the party. So the Philadelphia Eagles traded Sidney Brown to the Falcons for pick swaps in the 4th round and the 6th round. They previously were at 122 in the 4th round. They moved up to 114, which is pretty good. Which is pretty damn good. So they moved up 9 spots. And they previously had 215 with the 6th round pick, and they moved up to 197, which is good. And I guarantee you, they're probably going to trade back a few of these picks and get more picks for 2027. So that's what it looks like right now when it comes to where we are with the picks. You still got the 2 third rounders. You got the Son Reddick pick from the Jets. You got the Milton Williams third rounder right here. You got the 4th rounder from the Falcons. You got the 4th rounder for the compensatory for Josh Sweat. You have a 5th rounder from the Falcons. A 5th round compensatory pick. Now that 5th round from the Falcons, I forgot what. I think that may have been. I don't know which one that was. Unless I'm reading some shit wrong. Did we get another pick? No, I don't think we did because we always had 2 5th round picks. So I think I'm wrong on that. So yeah, there we are. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up the chat here. EDB said we need a 1st round pick next year. Well, we will get it at some point. Which I feel something is coming, really something. I don't know. I don't know why they're. I mean, the last time the Eagles did a pick swap for a player, I forgot who it was for. We traded a player somewhere and we pick swapped to get earlier draft picks in those rounds. So it's not something different. They've done this before. Elephant in the room. 30 says getting anything for Sidney Brown is a win. It is. You got better draft capital and some pick swaps. So JT Gray was an all-pro special teamer. Okay, so the Eagles got an upgrade in special teams, so that's good. So they got somebody, they got a player in it. Justin Eagles fan said we're screwed as long as the Deuce Sirianni is at the helm. Also, F. Dan Cilio. Yeah, well, Nick Sirianni can't be the helm of anything. So JT Gray undrafted, 8-year vet, only has played a total of 153 snaps in all 8 years. Damn. Does is glad Sidney is gone and Epps and Carter not answers at safety. Ringo needs to be excited too. Exited too. Epps is a backup and another Avonte Maddox. I think people are being a little too much on Marcus Epps. I thought he was actually really solid. I thought since he got in that Chargers game, I thought he was really solid for us. Okay. His health is just the main concern for me. That's where I'm kind of at with the whole situation. G-Vish says I have Brown for 8-piece from Magic City Wings. How about that? It's got to be worth something. You know what I mean? Got to be worth something. I don't know what Magic City Wings are. It sounds like a local joint. A safety or 2 has to be drafted. I don't know. Is this a debt move with Marcus Epps, or is this a start? We need to see what he's making money-wise, because if he's making under $1 million, he's definitely not. It's not starting caliber money for the year. I don't know what the contract looks like, but we're going to find out what that contract looks like. DRG says we thank AJ for maybe having to blow a 1st round pick on a receiver when we could have prioritized other positions. No, I get that. I know. Trust me. I don't want this to go down, but I'm getting prepared for it. I'm almost acting as if AJ Brown's already traded. That's how I'm kind of acting right now with this whole entire situation. You know what I mean? So, I mean, what we'll see. I mean, even looking in the draft as of right now, I mean, trust me, I've been looking over a lot of receivers, especially guys like Denzel Boston and Chris Bell in the 2nd round. I've really been looking at guys that kind of similar to AJ, kind of, as a number 2. So I don't know what, some of these podcasts are talking about where Hollywood Brown is apparently making $10 million. I'm like, he's not making $10 million. He's making it's a deal that's up to 6.5, so he's making less than $6 million. So he's got some incentive base in that deal. So we'll see. Roger, yeah, still want to get a good safety and not have a weakness on defense like last season with Jackson. No, I don't either. I mean, I would rather have the weakness at safety than have it at corner if I had to really choose. But I mean, Marcus Epps is a solid player. I think he's a massive upgrade over Sidney Brown, 100%. I mean, I don't know why people are dogging on him so much. I mean, you know what I mean? I get it. Like, he's just a stopgap for 1 year, most likely. I thought he did a good job for us last year, but I don't think it should be the answer. No. But if this AJ Brown trade goes down, you know what I mean? Like now they're going to they got to sacrifice a position. And I feel like safety is a position they're sacrificing right now. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. We will see. I'm seeing if there's anything else. There's nothing else right now. There's nothing else as of right now. Okay. Okay. No. Let's see. Dave says, so on Reed and Coop's podcast, there was a mentioning of him taking on a new role, if that's just a leadership role or moving to safety. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I can't put too much into Cooper. I mean, at base, he's going to play in safety, and that's fine. That's normal anyway, but I don't think they'll ever move him from inside. If they're not playing base, I don't think they'll ever move him out of inside. Ever. You know what I mean? Ron says, I really hope we don't have to draft a receiver early and wait till next draft to replace AJ. AJ staying should keep us Super Bowl contenders even after we trade him next season. Jeremiah Smith will be an Eagle. I mean, regardless, AJ's only here for one more year. That's just the truth, okay? He's only here for one more year. Now, something interesting came up report-wise. Not even a report. This was during the Speakeasy podcast, and, their title of their video is called AJ Brown Hates Philly. I mean, it's just, I don't know what it is, but I want to show you guys something, okay? Because an Eagles fan was in that live stream, okay, the other day, and it looks like AJ Brown was in that live stream, and it seems like AJ Brown he typed something. It must have been, I think it was on Instagram. I don't know if this was YouTube or Instagram or something like that. But AJ ended up saying something here. He ended up saying in this podcast, hey, man, talk about something else. I rock with y'all, but let it rest. Okay. And then someone clicked on his profile to make sure that it was actually him in the chat saying that. And it was AJ Brown saying that. So obviously the Speakeasy says, it said on their caption, it says, is AJ Brown out of line? Brown fuels Patriot trade rumors on podcast with Edelman. So, I mean, he's making it seem like AJ Brown's making it seem like this trade's not going down from what he said in this live chat. Maybe I'm reading it wrong. I have no idea. But I mean, at the end of the day, he kind of put this on himself. I mean, you're on the podcast. You're on the podcast with Edelman. You fucking wink when he fucking says we're all Patriots. And then I understand that Byard was a teammate of AJ Brown's. Byard was a teammate of AJ Brown's when they were on the Titans. But, I mean, Byard just gets traded to the fucking Patriots. And, they're fucking working out. I mean, they're fucking working out together. And, you got to know, you're not stupid. You know what you're doing here. You know what you're fucking doing. And this is what it is right here. This is what we're seeing right now. Which is perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Just come out and say you're getting traded. Just come out and say that you're not going to be back in Philly this year. Put out a fucking message. Something. At least I'll know. But by draft day, we're going to know a lot. We're going to have a lot of answers because if they draft a wide receiver within the first 2 rounds, he's gone. I mean, we already know he's gone. So this thing is going to linger. This thing is going to grow fucking legs by the day. I'm tired of it. I hate fucking talking about it at this point. It is what it is, but that's kind of where I'm at. So that was what happened. That's the stuff that came out the other day or this morning or whatever it was. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at. DRZ says we'll draft a safety later on. Addressing all on first round is way more important. I probably agree with you. Because the next 2 years you got to get Dickerson's replacement. And this year, you got to get Lane's replacement. Remember, they restructured Dickerson's contract, lowered his income for a year. So he was supposed to be a free agent after 28. He'll be a free agent after next year. So that's kind of where we're at. Brand Peck said, Joe, I can see us taking the safety from Oregon, or if Caleb Downs falls, I can see us taking it. Yeah, Caleb Downs is a big question with his knee, some knee issues. I don't know. I mean, he's a dog. We all know he's the best safety of this draft. I mean, that'd be amazing if he can get to the Eagles. I don't know if the Eagles would take a chance on him. I don't know much more about this knee issue with Caleb Downs. And obviously taking, the kid from Oregon is great. Dylan Thieneman, Yes, the kid from Toledo. I would take him as well. And I think the Eagles will be in contention for one of those guys, especially the last two I just talked about. So I guess it makes sense. Um, John says AJ going to the Patriots soon. My round one hope is Sadiq. Eagles need that guy. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if tight end is definitely on the list. There's a lot of tight ends in the second round they can get. Okay. Whether it's Max Clare, whether it's Michael Trigg, whether it's Matt Roush, which it's another guy that I like. The kid from Georgia, Delp, I like him a lot. There's a lot of Sadiq. I mean, to go all in on Sadiq, I just don't see it happening. I don't. And giving up multiple draft picks to move up, I don't know. I mean, the most you're going to move up is 6-7 spots, the most. Okay, because if he passed 13, 14, maybe you pick up the phone a little bit. I mean, maybe you do that, but we'll see. Yeah, and Byard played here in 23, which is true. I know. Well, this is just, I know it's dramatic. I know it's getting old. It's fucking games with this fucking guy. It's just fun in fucking games all off season. You know what I mean? Now I'm trying to get the bid to get a draft yeah. We're gonna be very excited. Draft night's gonna be fucking crazy. It's gonna get there's so much shit in the balance right now between drafting a receiver, giving us the answer if AJ is gonna get traded, and if there's some deal already shooking hands behind the scenes. I don't know if that's the case. We've kind of heard rumors on that, but I don't know how true that is. John says JT Gray, 30-year-old from Tampa Bay Bucks. Oh, let's see. Ryan says, I tagged you in the post on JT Gray on Twitter. Let me see. Oh, he's the one that blocked. He blocked the punt. Yeah, I don't want to show any clips from NFL because I don't want to get demonetized. So I appreciate the tag, but I really can't show it. I'm always like weird with showing NFL clips, stuff like that. I appreciate it though. Todd Doman's the second or third. We need to get Max Clare. Watched him at Purdue. Yeah. Talk with TY69 says Eagles clearly going safety in the first. So you think that they're clearly going safety in the first round? I want to see what this contract looks like. What I want to know. What I want to know is Marcus Epps being signed as a safety? Because you have Michael Carter as well. So you know what I mean? Maybe Michael Carter will play as the backup role for safety, but play as, be a backup for the inside as well. So he could be on call for both positions. So maybe the Eagles are saying Marcus Epps, Makuba, Epps, Michael Carter, and whoever else is behind them. So John Harvey said the only safe alignment in the Eagle stars is Malata, Dickerson, Jurgenstein, and Lane soon replaced. Yeah. Jurgens, I don't know yet. We need to know how that we have to see what the Columbia stem cell fucking IV. Dickerson did the same thing. Want to see what they do. See what both of those guys do. Yeah, Tyson's. Tyson who? Julius says need O-line help. Would have to pick up Lone. Yeah, I mean Lone would have to start at right guard this year in front of Steen if they draft him. I mean, they have him on a top 30 visit as of right now. So your top 30 visits right now for the Eagles, I think, is the Omar Cooper Jr. From Indiana. You have Lone. You have Vega Lone from Penn State. You have Kilgore, the DB that should be drafted between rounds 3 to 4. That's a versatile nickel/safety. And I think, who am I missing? The Dennis Sutton kid, the Dennis Sutton from the edge rusher from Penn State. He would be a great pick in the second round if they want to go after him. He would be a steal, I think, in the second round. So we're there, man. Rocky says we 100% still need to draft a safety at tight end. All right, so everyone thinks that this signing of Marcus Epps is just depth purposes. If Marcus Epps is depth, we're fucking set, and then you have Michael Carter that can play that position too. So I mean, they just need to get a starter there. Then if it's not a starting caliber type move, appreciate that super chat, Rocky. Tasha, I think we need to go offensive tackle, edge, tight end in the first 3 rounds. I think our corners Epps and Makuba would be fine in the back end. Yeah, maybe. Edge, I don't know what they're doing. I would still, if there's a chance to draft it, if there's an edge that comes down on the board, I would try to draft him. I don't know who else could really drop, but we haven't seen a trade for an edge rusher so far. So you know what I mean? So no trade for an edge rusher. So I think for the Jonathan Grenard trade, they want a day 2 pick. So they want a 3rd or a 4th rounder. And honestly, I'd rather give up one of the 4th rounders, but now you just upgrade one of the 4th rounders. So, it's going to be interesting. Interesting. Let's see. I like Willie Lampkin at center. Also, yeah, Willie Lampkin is way too behind right now. I mean, he missed the entire season last year. So I can't expect him to come back this year and be like somewhat of a backup caliber type guy. I mean, maybe he will be. I don't know. Yeah, Drew Kendall is another one they drafted, I think, in the 5th round. I thought he was going to be the backup for Juergens, but, I mean, Toth took all the snaps. So I don't know what's going on with Kendall. Hopefully he's looked good with the Eagles, and maybe they just haven't given him the opportunity yet. Talking about T.Y. says, we got backups, let Reed walk, tamper with our safety depth. Just now, we definitely go in safety. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Big Sarge says, in no particular order, we need offensive tackle, safety, and tight end with the first 3. Agreed. Roland said, need an edge too. I wouldn't mind have Josh Sweat back, but he may be. Yeah, no, the trade for him, no. The Eagles aren't trading for Josh Sweat. Off a 12-sack season? Nah. That's too rich for me. I'd rather trade for Grenard because at least he had a bum shoulder this year with a couple sacks, and that's fine. But back-to-back 12-sack seasons for Grenard. Back-to-back. Linda Kiner says Cassius Howe could drop in the 3rd, short arm stigmatism. All right. Look, if they could find another guy, then great, Toth signed with the 49ers. Yeah, I know we don't have Toth anymore, but I'm saying last year, Toth filled in, for that backup left guard, and he filled in for the backup left guard and obviously center for Juergens when he was hurt last year. So you have no swing tackle. You have no depth, really. You don't have unless Kendall is ready to take that backup center job, so I'll probably put him there. But you don't really have any backup guards. You don't even have a swing tackle because Fred Johnson's a free agent. They'd probably sign Fred Johnson again. He's not even signed yet. So wouldn't shock me if that's going to be like a little bit of a cheap deal, something like that. I don't know. Okay, so all right, so here it is. So this Ryan Roman, thank you for putting this up, by the way. Appreciate it. You guys, I count on you guys to be the MVPs of these live streams because sometimes I don't see all this information. So it does say from Corey Nitto, it says, it felt like the Epps was going to return solid floor and veteran to serve as depth if they get someone better. Okay, great. So it's already sounding like this is more of a depth move. This is perfect. So the Eagles are in line right now. Hopefully to have a safety. Hopefully. Offensive line, tight end, safety. All right there for the Philadelphia Eagles. Makuba, and then you have the starter that comes in for the Eagles. I mean, Epps as a depth safety is fucking mwah. It's chef's kiss. He's solid as depth. Very solid. I worry about his health, but obviously if he needs to play for a game or two, he can come right in, which is great. Technical tackler. His coverage skills are here and there, but he's been pretty good. Like I said, back end of last year, when he got off the injury, he got activated for that Chargers game. I thought at the end of the year, like I said, he played really good. You know what I mean? So thank you for that, Ryan Roman. So sounds like this is more of a depth move, which is great. So I was a little afraid that they were going cheap and they were going to stay cheap at that position. Epps' health is just in question for me, kind of moving forward. So That's kind of where we're at right now. I say that a million times, but that's where we're at. Let's see. Jonathan Harvey says Drew Kendall is solid and was not only used because of Stout and his love for Toth and Pryor. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, Matt Pryor getting any starting time was just laughable. Toth, I thought, actually played better at center than he did guard, to be honest with you. I thought Toth actually was a little he wasn't bad. He wasn't great. He wasn't horrible. I thought he was like, he was average, but he was just enough. It wasn't horrible, but he's not here anymore. So Drew Kendall will probably get that role. Ron says Grenard, or if we can get another pass rusher through trade soon, would be nice. It would be. It would be. SC Bird says they have Williams and Hinton at tackle. Yeah, but still. Hinton's coming. Hinton was hurt. Hinton was hurt last year. He got hurt. He missed a lot. He didn't come back till December, I think. You know what I mean? He was hurt all year, too. So when you're hurt the entire year, you don't practice. He came back in December, but that's not enough time. And the Michigan tackle that we drafted last year, I don't know, another year under his belt, maybe he'll look a little bit more polished, but he didn't look great. When you draft linemen from rounds 5 to fucking 7, what do you expect? You can't expect that much, No. Jawan Jennings, they'll never sign. No, that's why they signed Hollywood Brown. Jawan Jennings was going to hold that. He's holding out right now for $20+ million. I think he had a lot of touchdowns, I think, last year, but he ended up getting an injury. So his 4th round pick is great. No, it's awesome. I'm not saying it's bad. They didn't get a 4th round pick. It's a 4th round pick swap. It's a 4th round pick swap as of right now. Okay. So they had 122 in the 4th round. They went 122 to 114, 9 spots. They had 215 in the 6th round. They had pick 215, and with the Falcons gave us the 197. Okay, so it's a pick swap for the 6th round and a pick swap for the 4th round. Okay, so the Eagles moved up a good amount of spots in the 4th round, which is great. Can't complain. What's up to the move at safety now? Trade up or the Ohio State safety? You're not trading up for unless his knee is a big concern to a lot of teams. For Caleb Downs, you are not trading up for him. It's not happening. It's not going to happen. Yeah. So all he did was move. Yeah. So pretty much. Oh, let me show it. So all we did was we had the 4th round pick. So all we did was trade our 122. Okay, for 114 for our 4th round pick. So we just swapped getting a bigger pick, 9 spots ahead in the 4th round. Then we took our 6th round pick at 215. We traded that to the Falcons. We swapped their 6th round pick at 197. So we went from 215 to 197. So all they did was swap 4th and 6th round picks. They got higher picks for those rounds. That's all they got. That's pretty much what it was. Now, the Eagles didn't get an extra. See, when I was in the car and I saw it, I thought the Eagles actually got a 4th round pick for Sidney Brown. I was about to shit myself in my Jeep and pull over to the side of the fucking road. That's what I was about to do. But no team, I think, is that stupid to trade a 4th round pick for him. So that's where we're at. So it looks like the Eagles signed JT Gray, great special teamer, and the Eagles signed Marcus Epps to a 1-year deal. But it is said that it is purely a depth move as how we're seeing it right now. It is purely depth. Huh? Who's Tank Bigsby is an Eagle? What are you talking about? We got 152 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, like the stream. If you guys haven't, and definitely pick up on some of the memberships. We're covering all the Eagles targets in this draft. We're hitting on the wide receivers. We're hitting on some things. We got some things set up already. So definitely go pick up membership. New badges are coming soon. Stickers are coming soon. Members only live streams are coming soon, where we're doing a lot of different things. Whether it's gaming, whether it's hanging out, chilling, doing whatever, a lot is coming. So definitely grab a membership if you guys have it. Let's see here. Tank is an Eagle. What is going on? What we talk about Tank Bigsby not getting traded? What's going on with that? What's that? What's all the Tank Bigsby news? I'm getting nervous now because I'm seeing that. I'm a lot of. Let's see. All right, so let me make sure these draft picks are right for the Eagles, okay? Yes. So if you guys want a detailed draft, okay, of our picks, you have your first rounder. You have your second, the third rounders from the Hassan Reddick Jets trade. The third rounder from Milton Williams compensatory pick. Your fourth rounder, 1 year fourth rounder for the 1-4. You have your fourth rounder at 114 for Sidney Brown. Okay. Round 4, the other is a 137 was a comp for Josh Sweat. Round 5, 153 from the Falcons. Round 5, 178 for the Milton Williams. The Mekhi Becton compensatory pick. Round 6, 197. We went from 215 to 197 in round 6. We moved up a good amount of spots there. Those are your draft picks as of right now and updated currently right now where we sit at. So, I mean, safety it's got to be it. It's got to be choice. That's got to be number one choice. It's got to be number one choice. I don't know. Offensive line, I mean, they got to draft an offensive line. They got to draft a tight end for the future because I don't care if they drafted that kid from the Jets. I mean, he's a great blocker. They have that Munt kid. And they that 31-year-old Munt kid that's a good blocker. And Calcaterra is only making $700,000 guaranteed this year. That's it. So you have nothing past 2026, like contract-wise. They have got to draft a guy that can pair up with Dallas Goedert. Tight end, I'm not worried about it too much because the second round there's going to be a shit ton of tight ends for the Eagles to choose from. Okay, but it seems like safety is looking like the top pick right now. Offensive line, sure. Safety is looking more like more of a need for this year. As for future, it's more offensive line. It's tight end. I mean, you don't have a number 2, so you really have an empty spot. Mannion's going to be using more double tight end sets, so it does make sense in that regard. Yeah. Fake news in the chat. Why? Stop spreading shit. Stop spreading dumb shit. It's already enough we get lied to every day. Matt Corral season is coming. It's coming. Those red jerseys are coming out. They're coming out. Jonathan Harvey says all 1-year deals will not return for 27. Eagles drafting a free safety as starter with Bakuba at strong safety. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's pointing to right now. What it's pointing to right now is the Eagles are drafting a safety. See, I was a little worried that Epps was going to be like a starter. I mean, I thought he played solid, but I mean, his health is too much of a concern, and you still don't have depth behind it. Now, Epps as a depth piece makes way more sense. Way more sense. Yeah, it's there. It is definitely 100% there. Guy says, DeJean to safety, we can figure out nickel. No, they need their nickel because there's got like, dude, you really want to move him to safety full time? I think you're handicapping him, number one, whether he plays safety or corner. I think you're handicapping him. I think he does so much more from the inside, and the coaches definitely value that. So we have been dealing with Avonte Maddox for so many fucking years, okay? Like, the Eagles have had no answers at that position. So they're definitely not fucking doing that. They're definitely not doing that. I'm not dealing with that. DRZ breaking news. Sirianni trade to the Philadelphia Flyers will serve as a doormat outside the away locker room. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm good with that. I'm on board with that trade going down. DRZ said DeJean is the best slot corner in the league. No chance we move him. No. Yeah, outside of base, they ain't moved him from the inside. Because I'm telling you right now, you have good linebackers, which is fine, but all teams are going to do is if you move Cooper DeJean to safety and you have nobody at that inside, you're fucked. They're going to move their number one receiver inside, and we're going to get clamped on these short fucking 5 to 8 yard fucking quick passes by having somebody weak on the inside. That's all it's going to take. It's happened to us in the fucking past. Not dealing with that. Hendrik Barraza says Howie has been going maybe a best player available even with needs. Why would he change now? Well, the Eagles, I mean, you can have a best player available with needs. Like, it really depends on what's on that board at 23 and if the Eagles are trying to make some type of aggressive trade up, if there is another player that they didn't expect to be getting passed on. So say if Caleb Downs gets passed on, which I highly fucking doubt. Everyone's freaking out about his knee injury. You know what I mean? You might have to make an aggressive trade up. Like, I think like Sadiq is completely out of the question now. Like, now that safety is almost like so glaring, I think, yeah, they could be going there. They could be going to that safety spot now. Justin Simmons, nah, I'm playing. Oh, sorry. I sorry. I didn't click on the there you go. I wanted you guys to see your own chats on there, so we're not looking at the other news. Joe says, would AJ get booed if he comes to play in Philly with another probably, yeah. I would probably say yes. A good player that wants out and comes back to Philly to play. Yeah, I would say so. Yerzy says, bring back B Dog. He'd still be an upgrade over Sidney Brown. Big Sarge says, oh my God, we are not moving up for Caleb Downs. No. No. It's way too aggressive. I'd say if the Eagles had like 15, 16, I would say it's possible. Maybe. Because they can move up at least 6, 7 spots, maybe. You know, and it wouldn't cost too much. But at 23, that's too much of an aggressive trade up. So I think Sadiq is off the board. Caleb Downs is going to be off the board. As for like needs, yeah, probably. So I mean, is this good news? Yeah, I mean, I think it's a nice indication of where the Eagles are at right now because they didn't pay Reed the $8.5 million. Brisker took the discount with the Steelers, but I mean, he got 5.5. They skipped on every damn safety that was out there and figuring like, you know what? They have a second-year player, Makuba, coming back from injury, and he played solid before he got injured. Had a rough beginning of the year, but I thought he played solid. And now, I mean, shit. Let me tell you something. Safety looks like the glaring need right now. It looks like the glaring need for the 26th season. The glaring need is safety. For the future, it's tight end too. Even though they should draft it, even though I do think tight end is a need right now too, because Mannion likes to use double tight end sets. So that second tight end not only will start after Goddard leaving after 26, but you know he'll get playing time this year. Dank said shit. Even the Flyers fans in Anaheim were booing Cutter Gauthier every time he touched the puck. Of course, AJ would be booed. Hendrik Barras says, any safety trade candidates? We have 9 picks. I doubt they actually draft 9 rookies. No, probably not. No. I would say 2 of those picks are going to get traded back for 27 picks. Probably. I don't think they're drafting, probably not. 9 players? No, probably not. I would say 7 to 8 players they'll probably draft this year. Probably. 2 picks, couple picks are going to get traded back for 27 picks. I mean, who knows, But Cass says we do have a lot of picks. No shot Howie isn't trading up somewhere. Well, I mean, yeah, he might, but he ain't making that much of an aggressive trade up. I mean, sure, if there's somebody there that doesn't know that was going to move up, I think he'll make somewhat of a trade up, sure. But I mean, how aggressive are we talking about? Like, what trade up are you talking about? And what round and how many spots? That's where it really matters. Because if you think he's moving from 23 to the top fucking 10, it's not happening. The top 12, it's not happening. The top 15, it's probably not happening. After 14, 15, I would say that maybe he picks up the phone and that's where he will start to maybe maneuver in that area. Mike said we'll probably end up with 6 players. Yeah, probably. Falcons are in a bad shape in the draft, like nothing but 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 man losing positions. Yeah, and they aggressively traded up. They aggressively traded up for James Pierce Jr. And of course, they give that pick to the fucking Rams that they don't even fucking need this year. You know, that 13 overall pick they really don't even fucking need. It costs 2/3 to move up to 16. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I'd say he's going to pick up the phone call after 14, 15, but that's it. But depending on how far it moves, yeah. Eric says, need that 27 first. Howard, bring me Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, I don't know. It depends if they get it or not. It depends if this guy's even getting traded. I mean, this guy's in a fucking chat the other day. They're literally shitting on AJ. Fucking Speakeasy fucking podcast is literally shitting on AJ Brown. I mean, completely shitting on him. And he goes into the chat, I think on Instagram, from what it looks like. He goes on Instagram, I think, or is this TikTok? I don't know what this is on. I think it looks like TikTok. He goes into the chat and he's saying, "Hey man, talk about someone else. I rock with y'all, but let it rest, fam." So, and then somebody clicked on the account to make sure that it was his account. And it is. It is his account. 100%. So, why is AJ now like all, don't talk about this? Like now you're saying this? Like after how many fucking weeks after the season ended? Like he could have stopped all this talk from happening, but he didn't. He could have stopped all of this talk from happening, but he never did. So why is he in this Speakeasy live stream and he's telling them, to let it rest on, whatever they're talking about, which is obviously fueling the trade rumors because of the podcast that he had with Edelman. You know what I mean? That's where I'm kind of confused. Like now he's all like, no, don't talk about this. Just let it rest. Like, why are we like now you're trying to like play like peacemaker? Now you're trying to be the fucking peacemaker? They are 1 2/3 can get us in the top. They're not trading in the top 10. They're never going to trade in the top 10. I 900% guarantee you they will not. They're not trading 3 picks to get to the top 10. That's asinine fucking stupid. Asinine stupid. If they did that, I would be pissed. So then you have no picks until the 4th round. There are plenty of players in that first round. Plenty. Whoever's on the board at 23 or a couple spots, I can see them moving up 5 to 7 spots. And the only reason why they were trying to move up 6, 7 spots last year is because they thought Jahad Campbell was going to be gone. They thought he was going to be gone, and they tried moving up like 6, 7 times, and they couldn't. They couldn't at all. So, Bo says, "Yo, what up, Joey? Howie probably brought back Epps. Still need to land a stud defensive end via trade, but the team is looking pretty good ahead of the draft." No, I think they're looking fine. I think a lot of Eagle fans were freaking out beginning of free agency. Like you gotta, the Eagles are not going to go to the first day of free agency or the legal tampering, and they're going to sign like big money to somebody. I mean, besides Jordan Davis extension, they're not going. The Eagles don't need to deal with other players. They really don't need to sign other players, which they did. But if most of your offseason is just re-signs, you're in good shape, and you've been drafting well the last few years. So they just got to hit on the fucking draft. Move the compensatory picks, draft guys, let them play out their contracts, pick and choose who you keep, and pick and choose who you let walk for big money for compensatory picks for the next year. Rinse, recycle, repeat. Just keep fucking drafting well, and we won't have a problem. We will never have a problem. We will stay relevant in the playoffs every single year. That's where we're at. No, it's crazy to see people shitting on AJ, but teams are so excited to get him from the Eagles. Well, yeah, I mean that was the same. Well, it was the same. Well, of course, there's too much damage has been done. It's not crazy to see people. No, it's not crazy at all. It's same thing what happened in Tennessee when he was leaving Tennessee. They crapped on him too. They crapped all over him in Tennessee. All the fans, they crapped on him. So this isn't crazy or it's fucking like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Like he wants out. He wants out, I guess. I don't know. He created this mockery this whole entire offseason. But for him to go into a live chat on Speakeasy and play peacemaker, I mean, after all these weeks, now you want things to settle down? Or are you not getting traded? Like, you're going into a live stream saying this, but you're not giving us a fucking answer. You know what I mean? So it makes you're just bringing more attention to yourself by doing shit like this. That's what he's doing. So, would you extend? Jalen Carter's getting extended. He's getting extended. Guy's got a lot of ceiling. He's going to be the number 3. He's going to be the 3rd best DT in the league. They are extending Jalen Carter. It's happening. So whether it's this offseason or literally by the end of the year, he's going to get his money. You know what I mean? Hence why they're not signing veterans to lucrative mid-tier contracts like safety, because they got to pay Coop and they got to pay Quinyon Mitchell. Now, Reek Woolen was a desperation signing, in my opinion, because they gave him $12 million fully guaranteed. You know what I mean? They gave him $12 million fully guaranteed. Oh. They added a void year at the end of his contract just in case they want to re-sign him, you know? But, yeah. Does he pick up Carr's 5th and Smith's 5th to see them prove themselves? No. Nolan Smith? No, they're not picking up Nolan Smith's 5th. Nolan Smith hasn't done shit. End of 24, he did something. Right now, he hasn't done a damn thing. As a first-round pick edge rusher, he don't got the numbers to get a 5th-year option. He don't got the numbers for an extension. You don't got no. I mean, the 5th rounder for Jalen Carter, they'll probably pick up, because the 5th round, the 5th for Carter, the 5th-year option for Carter is going to be cheaper than is literally going to be cheaper than the extension itself. So it's almost like a loophole when the Eagles try to do things that way. Chris with the super chat says, "I want to crater." With the super chats, I want to crater his career and send him to the Jets, anywhere but the Patriots. Yeah, I mean, that's how I am. I want him fucking gone. I mean, fucking gone. I don't want him to be on the team he wants to go to. I want him on the shittiest fucking team that never gets to a playoff game. I want him to have the most unsuccessful fucking year. Besides his personal stats that will be good, I want him to never fucking be in a playoff game ever the fuck again. That's how I feel. And you know what? People call me petty, but I'm not. Because I'm not willing to crunch into AJ Brown's demands of where he wants to go. I'm just on that level of pettiness right now. I don't want to do anything right by him to where he wants to fucking go. Sorry, I don't. I don't want that head coach fucking grabbing him. I don't. Appreciate it, Chris. DRZ said the Pats were so high on AJ until Howie told them we want good draft capital. Now all of a sudden he's so lucrative. Yeah, I don't get that either. Yo, Desert, what's going on, man? He says, I would say more than Antonio Brown than T.O. He would have left long ago if he was more like T.O. Yeah. And you know what? And he's the second player that's acting like that, but I can't even tell if this is fucking worse. T.O. probably would have been as bad because there was no social media at that time of his career when he was on the Eagles, so maybe it would have looked worse. But I mean, this shit, like, you're over 1,400 yards your first 2 seasons in Philadelphia. You go to 2 Super Bowls. You win 1. You're in the playoffs every single year. You hit 1,000 yards every single year. You broke Calvin Johnson's receiving record. You broke records within the Eagles organization. I mean, why tamper your fucking legacy? Why tamper your legacy? You know what I mean? I don't get it. He's been like this since he left Tennessee. He's been the same fucking way since he left Tennessee. He's going to be all excited within his first 2 years he's on a new team, and then he's going to start to, the best year that AJ is going to have with the Patriots is his first year, because he's going to have all this motivation. He's going to take all of our hatred. He's going to take all the Philly media. He's going to put it in a ball, and he's going to fucking swallow it, and he's going to go out there and he's going to play well with Drake May. You know what I mean? Even though I think the Patriots are taking a back seat to this year, I don't know, bro. I don't want him to be all, I really don't, dude. I really don't. I don't like this situation, and I don't like that the Patriots are the only team that have interest in AJ Brown. I don't know why that's the case. I really don't. Yeah, his fifth is cheap. Who? Yeah, but still, I wouldn't even tell why he's not even worth that. He's not even worth $15 million. $15 million fully guaranteed? No, not even worth it. The same thing is going to happen in New England. AJ likes new shiny team, but when the going gets rough, he shows his true colors. When he gets 700 yards under May, he'll be crying all over again. Yeah. At some point, it will happen again. At some point, he's going to have issues. He's going to have issues. So, can we please see how the season shakes out under this new OC before we crucify? No, by that time, I'm not going to care about AJ. By the time the regular season hits, I won't ever be talking about AJ Brown. I won't even care. We'll be peeking in to see how he's doing every single week. But other than that, that's it. That's all. I'll be done with this AJ. I just want an answer. I just want to be done. When he gets traded, I'm going to put out a video and speak my fucking piece. People probably aren't going to like it, and I really don't care at all, because that's just how I feel. I feel like there's reasons for AJ Brown to be pissed, and there's reasons where he is taking us way over the fucking top. You know what I mean? You can't handle the Philly media. You put a target on your back from going on social media. You did the one thing that puts them on your back, and now you want to play victim. And then you get pissed off. Your body language sucks. Your laziness is showing, and your effort fucking sucks during the season. And then the Eagles have to literally cater to this guy, and there's a notion at the beginning of every game on Sunday that they have to throw to him, or they have to forcefully throw to him after a half. And then he goes into the locker room with his body language, and he looks like he doesn't want to be there, and he looks like he doesn't even want to be fucking bothered. Arms crossed. I mean, he's in defense mode at that point. I'm just done with it. If AJ returns to the Eagles and all of this, if the media puts us through all this shit and AJ says nothing this offseason and nothing gets done, he comes back and he's in perfectly good spirits, I'm not going to know why the fuck nothing was said. I will support AJ Brown if he comes back to the Eagles, and he's not just here because he's forced to be here and he actually wants to play and wants to put in the effort. Because if we go through a season with him this year and there's issues and him and Nick get into it, or I don't know, dude. I get excitement going into this draft and drafting a wide receiver that comes in, that's hungry, that's determined, that wants to put a stamp in the NFL with the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, I'm more excited about that than bringing that fuck back, than bringing him back. That's just me. That's just how I feel. You know what I mean? This is where at least Theo was somewhat transparent. Keeping the fan base in the dark is making everyone hate him. Yeah, and it's true. It's true. 100%. But, he doesn't want to say anything, but when he's working out with Byard, he'll make sure pictures are taken. When he goes on a podcast for the Patriots with Edelman and Gronk, he'll make sure that that's out there for the public to see. That's fine, though. I have to accept that, though. That's his message. The only message he wants to send out is when he's talking about the fucking Patriots or working out with Patriots fucking players. Trust me, dude. If this guy gets traded, fuck him. Fuck that guy. We don't need that guy. We'll play better without that guy. And I understand, of course, you're not going to get the same. this offense could do so much better and more creative thinking. Mannion hopefully is going to save this offense. We're going to get wide receiver threes involved. We're going to get double tight end sets, more tight ends involved. It's going to look even better. Zone runs, you name it. We are going to have everything up to task. I'm telling you. Fuck that guy. Fuck him. Seriously. Tired of it. I'm fucking tired of it. Yo, what a stressful fuck. We had to watch this team literally collapse for the fucking second time in 2 years. Okay? In 3 years, realistically, if you count 25. Okay? So, and then after a stressful year of football, now we got to fucking deal with this shit the entire offseason. You know what I mean? Chris said, I'd settle for a fourth if it means he doesn't go to the Patriots. Yeah. Because my understanding is that AJ has a beef with Nick, thus he wants out. I mean, we don't know anything. We don't know if it's Nick. We don't know if he just wants a change of scenery. Like, I really don't fucking get, like, somebody said earlier, like, the Eagle coming to the Eagles, he was so happy. His shiny new fucking toy, his shiny new team to go to and have fun playing with. And the going gets tough, puts a target on his back, and then, he never made it better for himself. He made it worse for himself. Even though he was right about what he said during the season, he actually thinks he's the only player was he the only player on the field in 25? You see other players fucking tapping out. You see Devontae Smith saying, I want out of Philadelphia. No. It makes me more angry that the Patriots are the only team that have interest, because that's where he wants to fucking go. And every fucking thing he does this offseason involves the Patriots. I can't stand it. It fucking annoys me. It annoys me. But if the Eagles only wanted a fourth round pick, the whole league would go bonkers. Yeah, that would, that's disrespect. It would be just disrespect towards AJ Brown. Fuck him. Fuck him. Done, dude. I'm done. Fuck that guy. I want to draft. Fuck that. He comes back, great. I'll support him. He's in a different mindset, great. The first question that's going to be asked if he comes back at training camp at the podium, they're going to ask him. They're going to ask him, how close were you going to get traded? How close were you going to get traded to the Patriots? Well, you know what I mean? And he's got to just let it go in one ear out the other until they just stop talking about it. That's it. But now every game, he's on a pitch count. Now every game, as soon as AJ's stats aren't what they should be, he's going to get questioned after the game. And then AJ is going to show us at every press conference and post-game press conference in front of his locker, we're going to be able to tell from his body language, from his demeanor, from how he's looking at people. We're going to know if he's pissed. He can't hide his feelings at all. He's really bad at it. AJ is the worst at it. Simple as that. Chris said 2 1,400-yard seasons in his first 2 seasons, and then something happened and he changed. I mean, look at Justin Jefferson. I mean, like, he bitches, but not to that extent. Not to that extent. Look at Max Crosby and Myles Garrett. They're on the biggest loser franchises in the NFL, and they put up great stats every single fucking year. And you know what? Like, they're not bitching about anything. I understand a defensive player is more, it's different. I get it. But to have that mentality every year that you're going to put up the same stats, you're going to play well, and they don't never talk about leaving or going somewhere else or, taking more money somewhere else or, you know what I mean? They're pretty fucking loyal. But that's the thing. AJ's not loyal. He's not drafted here. He's not homegrown. He's not a homegrown talent like Smitty, like Jalen Hurts. He didn't play for Alabama for Nick Saban. Hurts is a Nick Saban guy. Devontae Smith is a Nick Saban guy. This guy is this guy played at Ole Miss. Ole Miss. Okay? And complained with the Titans. And now with a new team with the Eagles had a fantastic career. You're going to be remembered as one of the biggest. You're going to be remembered as you're not going to be remembered well. That's all I got to say. When you think about Jerry Rice, let's just think about this. Okay, Jerry Rice. Like when you think of Jerry Rice, what do you think about? Do you think about yards, stats? In some case, sure. You think about Super Bowls. You think about Super Bowls, and he's got what, five? I don't even know how many he's got. Okay, like that's how you're remembered. This guy is just going to be like, he bitched with the Titans. He got the Philly. Had an amazing career. Never not in the playoffs. 2 contracts. Hurts is taking less money. Goddard's taking less. Devontae Smith is taking less money for A.J. Brown to re-sign his fucking contract. And everybody wonders why I'm so hard on this guy. Everybody wonders, like, why am I this upset? Because, like, he's got it all. He's got it all. It's stressful, dude. It's the most stressful offseason. Like, we get some, like this thing is hovering over us and it sucks. It just sucks. As for the new people coming in here, we went over everything. So we've been sitting here talking about stuff. You know? As he says, now they are talking about AJ having bad knees and hamstrings. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm hearing the knee. I mean, that's not surprising anyway. He's always had knee issues. And on top of everything else, he's actually been starting to miss games. 3 games this season. He's been missing games too. We got a super chat from CW Gear here. What's going on, man? Appreciate it so much. He says, I hear Jerry Rice makes me sad. It makes me wonder what could have been if Sterling Sharp didn't get hurt. That's interesting, dude. You know, there's always those what ifs, like with careers of some of these players, and it's absolutely amazing to get into it. You know, it's crazy, but I just don't get why. Like, Howie Roseman has done a pretty fucking good job keeping this on the DL. He really has, because the Eagles have put out nothing on this. It has been fucking quiet when it comes to this shit with A.J. Brown. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that super chat, CW. I really do. I really do. Yeah, Chris says he missed 4 games to Super Bowl season 24. So he missed 4 games. Did he miss 3 games this year? I mean, he's missing games too, and he's going to fucking, like, I mean, what the fuck? He could have had over 1,100 yards this year probably if he didn't miss those games. Maybe. If he's lucky enough. Probably. Thanks. What the fuck sentence is that with about Jerry Rice and Sterling Sharp? As he said, of course, a 220-pound receiver that runs a 4.5 has bad hammies. Now, he ran a 4.4, actually, I think. He ran a 4.4. A.J. Brown ran a 4.4. 4.4 something. I know that. You know what I mean? If you have to go after Chris Bell or Denzel, I mean, I don't know. Or Denzel Boston or I don't know. I'm fine with it, dude. Because I know whoever's in that number 2 spot is going to be fucking hungry. It's going to be determined. It's going to be motivated. Yeah. So, I mean, look, if the Eagles get through 2 rounds of this draft and not a receiver is taken off, you know, 4.49. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Got the hammies, bro. It was to Joey. That bad knees bullshit came from the Rams. Remember how he took Willie Lampkin from the Rams when they tried to stash him on the IR before final cuts? It's an unwritten rule not to claim players then. Well, I guess they're shit out of luck. So I hope they produce him. I mean, he missed the entire year, obviously, with the injury. So Barr says 6, yeah, 6.5. 226 is crazy wide receiver build. I'm gonna miss his uniqueness. We don't know what's gonna happen yet, but you know, you're making this a big need in the draft now. I mean, draft day is gonna tell us. So I don't give a fuck if AJ don't say anything till draft night, and if Howie Roseman doesn't say anything till draft night, we're gonna find out with those first 2 rounds. Because there's no fucking way. I don't. For me, I don't feel like they're just gonna. Let's just make Hollywood Brown the number 2, and then you're gonna put no, Darius Cooper at number 3. I don't think that's the plan. I don't think that's the plan. You're not bringing Omar Cooper Jr. on a visit just for shits and giggles. Is it smoke? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's smoke. Maybe it's not real. Maybe it's a fake report. Maybe the Eagles are just saying he's coming, but he's not. I don't know. You know what I mean? DRZ says Saquon isn't on Madden cover this year. 2K say is back. Chris says, and once Hammy's flare up consistently, that's it. Yeah, I mean you're pretty. Michael Kendricks was Michael Kendricks was almost the same way. Michael Kendricks always had a calf, a hammy. It was like he was missing, and the Eagles kept bringing him back. He was another player that kept doing that shit. I hope Chris Bell drops to Philly in the second. I would love him. You want to talk about? I think he's about as fast as AJ Brown. I think he weighs close. I think he weighs close to AJ. I'm not sure. I think he's pretty close. I think he's almost the same build. I think Chris Bell is actually a little bit taller. I think he's like 6'2", 6'1" or 6. I think he's a foot taller than AJ. So Brown says we'll be good with or without a wide receiver. Yeah, we'll see. We got 185 in the chat. Yes, Sidney Brown got traded today. We'll get into for all the new people that are in here right now. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the stream, guys, if you guys have it. Check out the memberships, guys. Extra content. I have plans for memberships. There is a lot of draft stuff right now. New stickers are coming. New badges are coming. There's a whole lot of stuff coming for the memberships. Trying to push those as much as possible. A lot of videos there. Definitely go check it out if you guys have not. I appreciate it. Chris and Joey, we won't know for certain until trade cap because they could still trade him post-June. Bro, if the Eagles don't have an answer by after fucking June, my God. Like, my God. I'm going to go out of my fucking mind. I'm going to go fucking crazy. Like seriously, if there's nothing out by post, I mean, let's level with me here. If there's no news out by post-June, like, fucking really? I hope not. I hope we hear something. Hopefully Rappaport says something on draft night about it, or I don't know, something. I don't even know what. Fuck him, dude. Fuck him. Chris says, will Howie trade picks 23 for Marvin Harrison in a second? No. Ron says, we're going to have the talent to win championships regardless. It's just a matter of being utilized right better. Rylan said it perfectly because I think there's too many Eagle fans that have so much tunnel vision right now. We lose AJ, our season's over. It's like, bro, it's not. Yeah, you lose production from the position, but take that production that AJ gives you and literally expand it into other fucking positions with creativity with this offense. Way more creativity under Sean Mannion. We are really putting this on Sean Mannion to have a fantastic year with the Eagles under some new pieces. Okay? So I'm fucking ready, dude. I'm ready. If they draft a guy, it's going to be throwing the guy into the fire. But who cares? That's when you want to see if these guys sink or swim. Whoever they draft, I want them to draft a guy that has tough skin, that is mentally tough, that is not going to bitch, that is not going to make a big deal out of shit, that is going, and especially as a rookie in 4 years, like I want a guy that's motivated and not going to bicker at shit. AJ Brown, I'm sorry, but you know what I mean? Between him missing games the last couple years and, he's had a fantastic career with the Eagles and when it comes to his yardage, breaking Eagles records, breaking all-time great wide receiver records, and everything else. I mean, I just don't have an answer anymore. I don't. You know what I mean? Is the media going too much on him? I definitely agree with that. But he started it. He put his cryptic messages on there on the internet, and he started it, and he put a target on his back. And when you play in Philadelphia, you know what fucking happens when you start shit like this, especially with social media, how it is today. I have never seen so many fucking fake ass reports that I've ever seen in my life. Everybody trying to make money off of his name on stupid fake reports. And it's just really annoying, man. It just is. It just is. Chris Bell reminds me of a faster AJ. Yeah, same here. Same here. I mean, he turns the corner on a dime, maintains his speed when he goes vertical. He definitely looks faster. Definitely looks faster. I don't know if AJ can run a 4.4 as of right now. I mean, that's Chris Bell's 40 time as of right now. So if you want to put metrics, I mean, metrics are pretty damn. I don't know what his, the arm length and those type of metrics. I don't know about that, but the athletic ability is there at Chris Bell. Definitely there. It's pretty similar. So, EJ says, just want my edge rusher. Yeah, hopefully. So let's go over the trade for Sidney Brown. So it's making it look like the Eagles are definitely drafting a safety in the first round. Okay. So what it looks like so far, if we kind of go back into it, as of right now, yes, the Eagles traded pick swaps. So they traded Sidney Brown to the Falcons for 4th round and 6th round pick swaps. So they moved pretty much 9 picks in the 4th rounder, and they moved like 9 to 11 picks in the 6th round, which is good. So they got better in the draft because of that. Then they signed Marcus Epps and they signed JT Gray. JT Gray is a great special teamer, so the Eagles will have a nice special teamer, which is good because losing AJ Brown is a loss. Losing Sidney Brown is a loss. Losing Sidney Brown is a loss for the Eagles special teams, and you still have Ringo, which is good. So Marcus Epps signs back, but we did get reports from what it looks like from Corey. Now he is the lead writer for Philadelphia SN, Sports Nation. So it's pretty good source. He says it felt like Epps was going to return. Solid floor and veteran to serve as depth if they get someone better. Okay, so Marcus Epps as a depth signing is perfect for this team. So you got Makuba, you got Epps as depth. It's almost looking out right now that safety is going to be the prime position in this draft. It is, which is good. So I feel good on those terms. I highly doubt Sadiq will be there at 23. Oh, hold on. Let me switch screens. Makes sense here. I highly doubt Sadiq will be there at 23. Tight ends are a dime a dozen. As someone has mentioned earlier, Chiefs will be shopping Kelsey with 100% retire after 26. Yeah. I mean, I'm not really putting all my focus on Sadiq, man. I'm not really putting too much focus because honestly, if they can't get him, if he doesn't drop, I'm already in the motion right now. He's going to be gone. Okay. I am all in for Max Clare. I'm all in for Delp from Georgia. I'm all in for Michael Trigg from Baylor. I mean, I'm all in for a lot of guys. I mean, 2nd round, I think there's going to be a lot of guys there. A lot of guys there to be your number 2 of the to be your number 1 of the future. They can play next to Dallas Goedert. It's a double tight end sets this year. I feel good about it. I feel really good about it. So Chris says like Zakee Wheatley safety a pick at 98 would be a steal. Yeah, I've seen his name come around a few times. Chris. Eagles says plus Dameon Pierce will be an excellent return man for. Yeah, he's got some special teams pedigree, which is good. I think I actually have the clip here. This is why I say it. Yeah, here it is. No, this isn't. This is a run. Never mind. This is a run by him with the Texans. I'm trying to find that clip of him on special teams. But he does have some special teams pedigree, which is good. I mean, I'm kind of sick and tired of the running backs having being returners, but I guess that's what Michael Clay wants. He must just he loves running backs being returners. I don't know. Is Gudrich Carter maybe getting moved to safety? Yeah, that's another thing that but I think it's just depth, dude. It sounds like depth. Now, the only person that said that, I think, was who said that? Steele said that, I think. Um, yeah, Michael Carter could be another one, but I don't think Michael Carter's starting. I don't. I think Michael Carter will be a backup for safety, and he'll be a backup for inside corner for Cooper DeJean. So I think he'll be playing. I think he'll be playing both backup roles for the Eagles if they need him. So I think we're safe there. Mekhi Lemon might be there at 23. We'll see. We'll see. So it's a lot of maneuvering around. It's a lot of stuff. The Eagles got better of the draft today. So I didn't even expect a move today at all. Tomorrow, we'll see what happens tomorrow with the Eagles on Saturday regarding edge rusher trade. I mean, that's still up in the air right now because edge rusher is becoming a big need in this draft too. So maybe they go get another rotational guy. The Edabike kid, I'm not saying his name right, but the Edabike kid from the Falcons, I think the Eagles are going to hit on him pretty well. The Eagles have brought in guys like that, like Josh Uche and Ojulari. Like, I think that Edabike kid is, I think he's going to do some work, man. Even with 2 first-round pick fucking edge rushers going there last year and he lost snaps, he still led the team in pressure rate. And his pass rush rate was the best of his career last year. So 16 and a half sacks in 4 years or 3 or 4 years, whatever it is, isn't that bad at all. But now in a rotation with the Eagles D-line, I think he's got a lot of tools in his toolbox on that edge rush. I think Edabike is going to be really good for us. I really think he is. So we'll see. Nolan Smith will be back. And Jalix Hunt will be there, and obviously Brandon Graham will be back at some point as well. So, and he put up 3 to 4 sacks last year. I didn't expect Graham to do that, but he did, which is good. Chris, the problem is we have to take a wide receiver in the second round because of his AJ shit. It pisses me off. We could have taken Thiemann at 23 and Trigger. Yeah, I know, dude. I know. Now you have to sacrifice a position to draft later. It sucks, dude. It sucks. It's completely fucking us over if the trade is going down. I mean, I don't know. Him playing Peacemaker in that live stream on Instagram is just weird to me. Like, why are you all like, I mean, there's so many fucking people talking about you on podcasts, and the one podcast you go into on TikTok, and you're just like, no, like, just chill out. I have respect for you guys, but like, chill. Like, why is he playing Peacemaker now on talking about him? You know what I mean? Yosa says, sucks we couldn't gotten Jesse Bates in the trade that would have solidified our safety spot at least for the next 3 years, but I get money problem. Well, yeah, they got to pay Coop. They got to pay Quinion. I mean, that's the reason why, like, Reek Woolen, they had to pay him because they had no choice. Like, they had to put money into him, which is fine. But they haven't really put much money into anything else defensively besides Jordan Davis' extension, which doesn't even affect us this year. So they got to save money for those 2 moves. They gotta do that, They gotta do that. Yo, Poe, what's going on, man? It says, keep doing your thing. Appreciate the super chat. Keep doing your thing, Joey. Thanks for all the content. I appreciate it, man. Patatsky. I gotta say it. I gotta say it. I gotta say it like that. So appreciate the super chat, man. Passport says, do you think we could actually get Vega from Penn State? If he drops, sure. But I doubt it. They brought him in the top 30, but I mean that's too much of an aggressive trade up for my taste. So, Joey, let's pray we don't get another player that just retires midseason. Yeah, no, we'll be all right. Yeah, he probably top 10. Traded Brown because he is ass. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. We have 177 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the stream, guys. Go get a membership in the pinned comment above for all extra draft content. and all that great stuff. We got stickers coming soon, badges coming soon. Members only live streams are coming soon with a bunch of other plans I have. I have some things planned out for all the supporters of the members, trying to build the members up. I think we have over like 200. I don't know how many members we have. We have a lot now. The last few weeks, we've garnished a lot of members. So appreciate everybody that's been supporting that a lot. It means a lot, you know. I almost bought one today, bro. I almost bought a nice coffee today, but I said, I don't need the sugar today. I'll go get one tomorrow. Me and my girlfriend are hanging out all day tomorrow. And I really fucking hope a trade doesn't go down while I'm out. Because I got a feeling like I'm going to be out all day. And something's going to happen tomorrow. I hope not, but we'll see. We'll see. If I'm driving or whatever, I'll live stream from my phone. I'll whatever it is. Chris, I wouldn't be surprised if Nick moves to the front office at 27. Man will be our new head coach. Guys, it says Sadiq ran at 4.3 at 6'4", 226, 220. Put him in as a slot receiver at times alone as a matchup nightmare. Yeah, I mean, he would do so much more for us, you know. You see that, Joe? I'm surprised we got anything from him. It'd be great. Well, we didn't really get anything for him. We just pick swapped. We really didn't get anything. We just moved up in the draft in the 4th, pick swap, and we moved up in the 6th pick swap. We didn't get anything for him, really. Just moved up in the draft in rounds 4 and 6. That's it. Keep your phone off? No, fuck that. Bro, I'm not keeping my phone off tomorrow. No, I'm going to be on call tomorrow. That's definite. Rolfie Dog says, Joey, who's playing Peacemaker on live stream? Yeah, so AJ was on TikTok, I guess, and this is true. Okay. Oh god, this shit froze up on me again. I think it's a piece of shit. So AJ Brown was in a speakeasy live stream chat last night, apparently annoyed the hosts were talking about him. So a diehard Eagles fan did this in this. So Speakeasy had the live stream. So they were talking about Browns fuel Patriots trade rumors on podcast with Edelman. AJ goes into this live stream the other night or today or whenever it was. He says, "Hey man, talk about someone else. I rock with y'all, but let it rest, fam." So then that Eagles fan that was in the live stream was like, AJ Brown said something. So is it his account? They clicked on his account in the live chat, and it is 594,000 followers. Yeah, it's got to be AJ Brown. So it was. And this is 100% him. So why is AJ... Every podcast has been talking about you for fucking weeks. And you go into this podcast, and you're like, nah, fam, like, let it rest. Like, what is this? What is this behavior? Like, why is he like telling people to stop talking about it now? I mean, it's kind of too late now, bro. You haven't put out any statement. You haven't said anything. You haven't said anything about what's going on. You haven't said you're coming back. You can't wait for the season hey, I just want to let everybody know, despite everything that's going on, I'm coming back to the Eagles for the 2026 season, blah, 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 blah. And then nobody would talk about it. I mean, everybody would talk about it still, but not into a negative sense in some case. I mean, people will flip it as negative. So that's what happened. So, yeah. It makes no sense. Full Philly Dogs with another Roll Philly Dogs with another super chat says, and that's all he says. Yeah, get him out of here. Yeah, dude, get the fuck out of here. What are you now? You're playing like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Like, now he's like, no, don't say that about me. Like, what is this? Like, what is this? This guy is a fucking clown. He's acting like a fucking clown. I don't get it, dude. Don't get it. I'm utterly fucking confused on why he would go into a live stream and say that. I mean, you're working out with Kevin Byard that just got signed with the Patriots. I mean, you go on the Edelman Gronk podcast. You're fucking. I mean, what? I don't know. I don't even know anymore. Pastor said, "Do you think Howie's going to overlook the edge rusher position like he did last year?" I don't think he's overlooking it. I think he's trying to get something done. I think he's trying to get something done. So, so it's just like this shit is it's just over our heads right now. It's just looming over us so much now. It's just give it a rest, dude. Like, is this happening or not? Cardi Mac Froggy says, I like AJ, but if he really wants out of a winning organization, he can bet your ass he'll be on the Jets losing twice a year to his favorite team. The Patriots, he's not going to be in a contending. He goes to the Patriots. He's not going to be in a contending fucking. He's not going to be in a contending division. The Jets, like what? I mean, the Jets ain't going to turn around anytime soon. That's an easy 2 wins. The Bills will give them, a run for their money, and the Dolphins are completely cutting the slate is clean in Miami right now. I mean, that's 4 guaranteed wins on the year. 1K never spoken. No, 1K always moping. Always moping. That's his damn name. Fucking moping, Mr. Moping AJ Brown. No, I know Byard was on the Titans, but it's just weird. It's just weird. It's all weird timing. The timing is just really fucking weird. Yes, I know Byard and AJ were with the I get it. I get all of that. But Byard signs with the Patriots, and now he's working out with a Patriots player now. And then he's on the podcast with the wink. We're all Edelman, we're all Patriots. Stop this bullshit. Like, stop this dumb fucking bullshit. Tired of it. Tired of it. Get the fuck out of here. I will put somebody at wide receiver 2 that is more hungry, that's gonna bitch less, that's gonna be fucking motivated to have the best career in Philadelphia. We need a homegrown talent. That's the problem. We need a homegrown talent at that position. I don't know, dude. I don't know. AJ Devil's Advocate Brown. So he did play with Byard Titans, but it's still not a good. It's not a good look at all. It's not. Like you want to like he goes into this live stream and fucking does please let it rest, man, let it rest, right? Let it rest. Okay, sure, let it rest. But but I'll but hey, take pictures of me and Byard. Take pictures of me and Byard fucking working out, and look at us, teammates of the future. Let's take pictures of this so every Patriot fan can post it. Piss off Eagle fans even more. Obviously, it's fucking working. It's working. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, work out. Yeah. Look, that's my teammate. That's my teammate right there. Yeah, fuck off, dude. Fuck off. Fuck off. Fucking bullshit. Got the balls to go into a live stream and tell them to not talk about it. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. God. The problem is the front office have tried to dance around the AJ problem, and it's hindered what they are trying to do. I know the Eagles want him back. The question is not the Eagles wanting him back. They want him to play. Regardless of what happens, like AJ is here for 1 more year, and then he's gone. And then the Eagles are trading him after this year. Okay. Which would be great for the 27 draft. How that's going to look by next year, I don't know. Chris says, "How do you think Howie and Lurie felt about AJ giving that wink to Edelman after he said?" I mean, it's just stupid, dude. That we're all Patriots. AJ should have said, "No, I'm an Eagle." He should have said something, dude. He said, "I'm just trolling. I'm just trolling." Yeah, we'll find out if you're trolling or not, buddy. We'll find out. Fucking game. It's a fucking game, dude. It's a fucking. I hate having fucking players like this. I don't mind having players that always want the ball, but I can't stand players that do this shit. That do this. I mean, you have no balls to stand up to the fucking fan. I mean, nothing. I mean, can't even say nothing to the fan base, nothing like that. I don't know. I don't like how he does things. I don't. Yardsy said, our fan base is feeling the same way about AJ as a Titan fan because the Titan fan base was when we traded for him and he was FaceTiming Hurts all get. Yeah, I mean, it's true. He did the same shit in Tennessee. He did the same shit in Tennessee. Now he joins his new shiny toy in Philadelphia. He has a good career. Shit goes south. Now he's going to go to his new shiny toy with his childhood fucking team. I would rather trade him to a bad team for a fucking fourth round pick right now. I'm not even kidding. Just out of fucking spite, I would do it. I can't be the only one that's doing this. I can't be the only one that's feeling this way. Stop crying. All right, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. And get out of here. And get the fuck out of here, bro. See, at least like I have the balls to say what's on my mind, and half the people just want to just play the fucking fence with this situation and not even take a fucking side. Like either you're pissed or you're not pissed. And you know, if I sound petty, it is what it is, but I'm sorry. This shit is ridiculous. This shit is fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry. But those that AJ don't need to be running with no rubber bands. He needs to hit the jug machine. Pass versus safety in the first round is not a bad option. Dylan Thiemann. I would love him. Well, it's a lot of emotion wrapped up in the speculation. Some of y'all need to put the phones down until camp starts. Hypertension is real and can lead to heart attack. One player causing y'all to go stir crazy. It's not. It's because we haven't had a player do this in a long time, so we don't necessarily even deal with shit like this, like ever. Okay. Unfortunately, like I cover this team, so I'm not just gonna be like not talk about shit because I feel like you gotta vent about shit to kind of get it off your mind and to kind of relax about it because it does bottle up when you see shit every time you go on the internet. It's literally the same shit that you see every single time, you know? That's it. It's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. Maybe for people like 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 fans that watch the team but don't really get into the off-season stuff, it's easier for you because you're not covering it every day. You could just put your phone down, not give a shit. You know what I mean? I have to talk about it. Like this is what I do. I've been doing this for 10 years. This is what it is. Rovideo says Titans didn't win Super Bowl 2 seasons prior. Was it trolling or not? You can't bring him back into this locker room. AJ clearly wants out. Jakes, we can actually trade for Grenard tomorrow night. I mean, we trade for him whenever. Santo Princess stop shakes. He's not worth it to me anymore. Best year behind him. Best of our Eagles in front. Spoiled brat. You're not wrong. We had Patterson says, I feel the same way, Joey. I'm tired. We had a tiring fucking season. And I was hoping to God that in that playoff game, when I knew we were going to at least lose, I was happy that they put us out of our fucking misery. I was happy that we were put out of our misery because I couldn't go through that again. I couldn't do it. I was like, and it just hasn't stopped. Since the season's been done, it hasn't stopped. And now this big fucking black cloud is over us. And, I personally hope AJ is back. It's hard to replace what he does as best. And remember the wide receivers we had before him, but I'm at the point where I think he just gets traded. Yeah, but you can't compare what the Eagles used to have. They're not drafting bad anymore. Okay, they're not bringing in the Jalen Ragers. They're not bringing in they're not bringing in the Arthego Whitesides. Okay, like people need to Eagle fans need to stop being in tunnel vision that without AJ Brown our season's over. It's not. We have to literally um you know there are all you have to do is literally replace what AJ brings and distribute that into I can't even talk. Um um I can't even talk right now. My head is just like cloudy right now. Um you have to take what you got out of AJ and you have to exert that into other positions. And you have to be more creative with this offense. Okay. There's a lot of teams out there that trade their best players and then they go get backups that aren't necessarily going to reproduce that sort of. That's fine. I don't care, dude. I don't want to worry every game to forcefully throw to him and keep him happy every week. Who the fuck wants to deal with that? That's not even hurt. That's making him happy. That's hurting the team. He cares about his personal stats. He's like, give me the fucking ball. I want my stats. I don't care if we win or lose. It's the truth. It's the fucking truth. He missed 3 games this year. He missed 4 games the Super Bowl fucking year. Okay? I'm not saying he's starting to deteriorate, but now he's like lack of effort. Like, regardless, like you're in the playoffs every single year. I don't know. Muscletron, sorry for getting to the super chat late. What's going on, buddy? Appreciate it so much. May deserves to see in a wide receiver 1 status. I still remember when he came and y'all's draft day chat and said, "Come get me. Go get Juan Jennings from 15 to 17 million and send AJ to the Browns for Garrett." Yeah, that would be fucking amazing. That turnaround would be amazing. I don't think they'll go after Juan Jennings because he's going to want probably more than that. I mean, he wants like 20 million a year. The Eagles are not paying another receiver, probably not. Devontae Smith is what started everything. What started this whole entire sequence of good drafts and good producing, and the only problem we've had is a coaching issue. That's it. AJ's had 2 bad years in Philadelphia, still hitting over 1,000 yards, over 1,400 yards his first 2 years, breaking Calvin Johnson's receiving record, breaking Eagles records, going into 2 Super Bowls, winning a Super Bowl, getting paid twice. 2 contracts by the Eagles. Hurts taking a pay cut. Devontae Smith taking a pay cut to keep his ass in Philadelphia. I mean, you go to another team, you ain't going to get the same treatment. You just want... I don't know. I don't know, bro. That motherfucker deserves to get traded to the worst team in the NFL. So he can catch his 80 balls, go get your fucking Pro Bowls, and never win a fucking thing. Trust me, once this guy doesn't get into the playoffs, he's going to get aggravated. Trust me. That new shiny fucking team that he goes to, that he's like, he's all excited to go to when he opens the presents. He opens that gift on Christmas morning and it's a new team he can go to. And then sooner or later, he's going to get sick of it because the reality is going to hit at some point that it's not the fucking same. And he's going to have regrets. And fuck him if he has regrets. You know what I mean? At least the fans had his back. The fans somewhat had his back during the year when he came out and said the offense needs to pull their weight. Fixing cornerback and an edge rusher is not going to fix. You can't bandage up the defense. Like, he was right about it. He was right about that. Blame Nick, blame Patullo, blame Howie and fucking Jeffrey Lurie for allowing this stupid fucking moron to continue this pattern. You know what I mean? All right, my girlfriend texted me. I had to drop her off somewhere earlier today, making sure she's all right. Appreciate that super chat, buddy. Appreciate the super chat, buddy. I'm so out of it right now. I streamed for like 3 hours this morning, did a video. I'm like, I'm taking a day off tomorrow. Like if nothing breaks, I'm doing a video for tomorrow and that's it. I'm not doing any streams. So I'm streaming Sunday. So Sunday, guys, I'm streaming in the morning by myself, and then 3:30, the Philly Shakedown. So we're gonna have a lot of shit to talk about on Sunday. A lot of shit to talk about. There's 166 in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the stream, and make sure you pick up a membership, even gift memberships, because we are changing the memberships beyond this year. Gonna be a lot of fun. So new stickers, new badges are coming soon, and a lot of draft content is already up. Any tier you see any extra content or post that I put up, regardless. And we're gonna be some good things coming. So I appreciate it from everybody hearing me out today. Did I crash out today? Probably. My head is killing me right now, and I feel like I'm just really. I think it's starting to come out that I'm just, you know. I'm just like a fucking mess with this situation because I care, dude. Because I care. I care about this team. I care about winning another championship. Like I don't want one guy to fucking ruin and fucking. I don't want one guy to fucking poison everything. You know, that's what I don't want to happen. You know. Yep, the Jets for a fourth. Chris says the Eagles have been in talks with Grenard's agent every day since March 13th. I mean, I don't doubt it. You know, I don't doubt it at all. They got to get something done. Peter McCarty says, thanks for venting. Totally agree. Yeah. Sometimes you got to, dude. Sometimes you got to. Chop says, I would have traded A.J. Brown to the Cardinals for Buda Baker. Constantine Kessler says, true. Jersey Joey, you ain't getting a break tomorrow. The Birds are going to trade it for Jay Jettis, and you'll have to do 150 miles an hour. No, I'll stream from my phone. I'll just stream from my phone, probably. Which I haven't done that in a lot of years. I haven't streamed from my phone in like, I don't even know when, probably like 7 years ago, probably. Ron says AJ is being selfish, but whatever. He stays or goes, we'll see him in the championship contention. If he leaves, replace him in the draft. Try getting Jeremiah next draft. Could still get our tight end and offensive line. Let's see how this pans out. Safety looks like it's the absolute position, and what's going on. So Chris says this article is from Vikings Wire, so it's legit. Oh, that's good. Good. That's good. So I mean, I don't doubt that they've been talking to his agents for a long time. He hasn't been traded for. Now, I know the Patriots have interest in him too. So try to take him away from the Patriots if you fucking can, because fuck them too. I'm tired of them as well. What do you think about trading for Marvin Harrison Jr. in a second? I don't know what's going on with this Marvin Harrison talk. I think fans are speculating this Marvin Harrison Jr. You know, there's a lot of receivers in this draft in the second round. I'd probably just go after one of them, honestly. You know, I'd probably just go after one. I want to draft a homegrown talent. I want to draft a guy that's loyal to the fucking franchise. That's what I mean. No one's really loyal in the league, regardless of what, even if you were drafted by the team, it doesn't matter. But I'd rather draft one of our own, honestly, than go getting somebody fucking else. That's just me. Yeah, Chris says the Pats borderline tampered for 2 years. Yeah, I know. Fuck them, dude. I'm tired of them. I'm tired of the fucking Patriots. I'm glad they fucking lost that Super Bowl. Really fucking glad they didn't win that shit. Jake said, "Sup, Joey? Just joined the stream. How you feel about the trade? I'm happy, but we got a lot of special. We lost a good. Well, we got a good special teams player back. We got what's his face back in the trade. We got JT Gray. He's one of the best special teamers for that team. Been in the league for 8 years. You know, but they got a good special teamer. So they got somebody back. They still got Ringo. So I'm not worried about that too much. I mean, I'm glad Sidney Brown's gone. Honestly, I'm glad he's fucking gone. But, you know. But yeah, I mean, I think that's gonna be that's probably gonna be it. So I'll have a video out in the morning. on the whole situation, and I will not be streaming tomorrow. I will put out a post tomorrow just to let everybody know that a stream will not happen tomorrow. Last Saturday, I took a mental break from streaming. I've been streaming 12 days of streaming so far. It only took like one day break. But Sunday, we're gonna have streams all morning and pretty much all early afternoon with my stream, and then the Philly Shakedown at 3:30 ish on Sunday. So you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and appreciate the super chats. Appreciate all of the support tonight. I wasn't supposed to even stream today, but I felt like I had to because it's connected to a lot of things. So you got better in the 4th round. You got better in the 6th round from the pick swap. No more Sidney Brown. No more of him fucking getting flags unnecessarily and breaking bones of other players. And yeah, we'll be set, ready to go, and we'll see what happens. So hopefully I don't have to be on call tomorrow, but we'll see. But tomorrow's going to be a rest day. Membership video tonight and tomorrow already set already. Become a member if you guys have not. The live pin comment in the live chat if you guys have it. So love you all, guys, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you for the support. Thank you for I think the number one thing I want to thank you guys for is letting me vent and kind of just let me be me. You know what I mean? Not judging me for what I'm saying, and because at the end of the day, like, somebody can completely disagree with me in this chat, and I always am open to different. I like bumping heads with people. You know what I mean? If we all agree on everything all the time, it gets boring. You always want to have somebody that's kind of against what you're saying, but yeah, So, all right, I love you all, and I'll see you guys. Sunday on a live stream, but video out tomorrow. Memberships next 2 days. I'll see you guys. All right. Shakes, what up, follow slide. Peace out, guys. Yeah. Peace.